Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Amanya nedobozi nze Ibrake Mokasa. Tuli ku the Spotlight Show 256. Muli mutya yonna gye musinziira okubanga mutulaba akadde kano. Twegatiddwako omukyala okuva mu kibiina ekimanyiddwa nga NAUCA. NAUCA kye kibiina ekitaba ebibiina ebigatta Bana Uganda mu mambuka ga Amerika gye tuyinza okuyita North America omuli Canada, America ng'ensi, Mexico okutwaliza awamu. So omukyalo ono ava mu kibiina oba mu kitongole ekimanyiddwa nga NAUCA ekigatta associations ezegattirwamu Bannayuganda. Associations mpitirivu nnyo eziri mu North America wano, naye nga kino kye kibiina ye umbrella egatta ebibiina byonna. Omukyalo ono agenda kubanga atweyanjulira era atubuuzeeko. Wabula nga mujja kumugumira ajja kukozesa ennimi bbiri, olulimi Oluzungu n'olulimi Oluganda, okusobola okubanga communicatinga bulungi eri abalaba program yaffe. Ibrake Mokasa, the Spotlight Show 256. Tukwanirizaako nnyabo, nsaba obuuze ku batulaba obeeyanjulire n'amannya go mu bulambalamba. Thank you.
Thank you, Ibra. Thank you for your time. And I'd just like to welcome everybody to this interview and to learn about NAUCA. My names are Jacqueline Tumsime and I live in Ottawa, Canada. I'm a board member, a founding board member of National Alliance of Ugandan Canadian Associations, known as NAUCA in short. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Briefly, abantu balyagadde okumanya briefly about NAUCA. Role ya NAUCA eriki, NAUCA yatandika ddi, NAUCA yatandikibwawo na bigendererwa ki ebigenda okugasa oyo omuntu eyali agadde okusubscribinga ku kibiina kino oba ku umbrella association yeno.
Okay, so NAUCA, how did NAUCA come to be? There are a group of us Ugandans that live here in Canada. And we got together and we saw that there was a need. There was something lacking. And that thing, when I say something lacking, I mean there was a lack of a forum, a platform where Ugandan Canadian associations and groups could come together to have one voice. So we came together across all the provinces of Canada. It's a big country, so there are 13 provinces plus the territories, and we came together and we decided to form NAUCA, an alliance of associations, and come together so that we can provide a platform for all associations that are within Canada to come together, Ugandan Canadian associations. And our groups that came together, this was 2023, we began talking about it, although it had been in many of the board members' minds, at the back of our minds, and we're thinking, we don't really have a platform where we can all come together and have one voice and air out our concerns or work together to help one another across the provinces and help Ugandans that have decided to settle here in Canada. So we began talking about it just in our, kitchens and our, boardrooms. And then eventually we decided to form NAUCA. And we did this in 2024-25. And in 2025, on October 9th, our independence, we decided to launch the organization. So all the board members from across the provinces, they all came to Ottawa, and we launched NAUCA as it is today. The need was there. We needed something to join us together, to unify us, and to bring our collective voices and work together on all the various issues.
Okay, thank you so much. Mukyalo ono ali wano ku lwa NAUCA. NAUCA batongoza ekibiina kino nga alina ettiimu ye, naye ng'ekigendererwa of course kyakulaba nga bakwasizaako bannayuganda abawangaalira mu nsi ya Canada ku bintu eby'enjawulo bye tugenda okuba nga tumanya. Of course omwaka guno 2026 balina kye bategekedde okwanjulira bannayuganda mu butongole oba officially ekibiina kino oba association eno oba ekitongole kino, okulaba nga abantu bafuna services ku mitendera egy'enjawulo bannayuganda abawangaalira North America one, but Canada in particular. Mukyala Jack, njagala tutunuulire bwe mukitongoleza Ottawa nga muli ne bannammwe, a few of them nga mulina the same ideology ku lw'okudduukirira bannayuganda mu ngeri emu oba endala. Omuntu ali mu kutulaba akadde kano yali agadde okumanya before nga tetunatunuulira the main event oba major event that is going to take place this year in October. Njagala tutunuulire basically how is that Ugandan living in Canada, no matter the province or city or state or territory, going to benefit from this NAUCA association? Basically, how is a Ugandan going to benefit from this association?
So, as a Uganda, Canada, sometimes you're faced with various issues, whether it's ranging from immigration, whether it's ranging from resettlement issues, housing, just there are so many issues that new immigrants face when they do come out to a new country. So within the provinces, we designed NAUCA such that it's the heads of the associations that come together so that we can discuss these issues at this level, and then we can disseminate information to the various organizations that are members of NAUCA. So if you have a group that's in Toronto and they join NAUCA, when we discuss the issues that pertain to new immigrants and we find solutions or information that can help, we can disseminate to you in Toronto, and then you inform all your members. It would be very difficult to have all members, individually join. So we decided to target the associations and organizations that help other Ugandans within Canada. So that was the approach that we took, was to have an umbrella organization that will lead and also will also incorporate various associations and their issues that Ugandans are facing.
Okay, thank you so much. Talking about disseminating information to the associations, bwemba sikutegedde bulungi osobola okwongera n'onnyonnyola. Are you trying to say nti mwenga NAUCA temugenda kutulaba ffe bantu bannayuganda ssekinnoomu, bati bwe tunaabangawo n'obwetaavu kitegeeza tunaayitanga mu association ezeeno ku grassroot ze tuli subscribed to, then zo zipasinge on our information oba kyetwagala okumanya bakireete gye muli, then mukizze bano bakitukomezeewo? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, in a way, but most of the organizations that are members of NAUCA, they're already operating within their domain. If it's for housing, if it's for immigration assistance, resettlement, employment, all the various issues, they're already established. So we didn't organize NAUCA to overtake their responsibilities, but we are the umbrella organization where we can all come together. We were lacking that type of arrangement. Everybody is working in silos in different areas and trying to attack and approach problems individually or not as a collective effort. But you'll find that most of the issues that other organizations are dealing with, every other organization is dealing with them too. So if we have the umbrella organization that is able to have a collective voice, and we can disseminate information that would help an organization that's in Vancouver, as well as someone who's heading an organization in Prince Edward Island, we have a collective, let's say, database of information and solutions. And so we will act as the umbrella organization, but work in tandem with all the other organizations that are in the provinces. And therefore, yes, we will collectively work together, share information, find solutions, advocate as well, so that the end person will receive the service or the assistance that they require.
Okay, tuli ku the Spotlight Show 256. Ibrahim Mukasa, n'omugenyi waffe olwaleero mukyala Jackie nga ono ava mu kitongole kya NAUCA, Ekigatta Association omugattirwa obumwetabirwa bannayuganda mu ggwanga lya Canada. Ali wano okutunnyonnyola ku nteekateeka zaabwe eza NAUCA butya bwe bagenda okuba nga batuweereza oba batuwa services ffe nga bannayuganda abawangaalira mu ggwanga lya Canada okutwaliza awamu. Okay, abantu abatulaba nange nga kwontadde twalyagadde okumanya, for example, mwe mutwala associations ezigatta bannayuganda mu Canada, twalyagadde okumanya sofa wojjidde ku mpewo olunaku olwaleero osobola okutubuulirako obutatumenyera mannya ga associations naye n'otuwa buwi roughly omuwendo roughly how many associations so far have registered with NAUCA?
So at the moment we're approximately 30 associations across the provinces. Yes, approximately 30. I can double check for you that and confirm, but I would say approximately 30 members so far. So they're representative of various associations and organizations across Canada.
Okay. Thank you. Omuntu single-handedly, like Ibrahim Mukasa ayogera naawe, tayina bw'ayinza kwegatta ku NAUCA, ayina kusooka kuyita mu association okutuuka mu NAUCA?
So as at the moment we are accepting associations, and we are we're an alliance of associations. So if yourself, Ibra, you have an association or an organization that is registered here in Canada, and you have your membership, or you are just you've just incorporated, then absolutely you can join us. And we're looking for in the future to see how we can adapt individual associations or individual persons to join. But at the moment it is associations and organizations that are registered here, that are legally registered in the various provinces across Canada.
Thank you so much. Njagala tutunulire ensonga endala, the point ya services wali, njagala kuzaayoko ku services wali. Naturally nga abaddugavu tuyina that question, you know it. Funira muwa, how do I benefit in such a project? Yes, you want me to be part of the project, you want me to be part of the association, you want me to be part of your movement, omugendo gwamwe, oba alliance, but how do I benefit? Njagala tuddeyoko wali. Tutunulire, tulina abantu bali babiri, in this case, two people. We have someone who has just come into Canada, let's say last week. Tanaba kutandika his or her process ey'okufilinga oba okuseekinga asylum. Tanaba. Then we have a person that is already in Canada, nga he or she is past that level of filing for or seeking asylum. Nga ali katugambe ali level ya, for example, conventional refugee or protected person, is at the level of a permanent resident, or is even at the level of a citizen. Nga afuse citizen. Omuntu ono, which other services, because you talked about immigration services, omuntu ono ali past that level of seeking asylum already nga ali into the system as a PR oba protected person or citizen, afuna atya mu NAUCA through their association registered to NAUCA? Question yange wanvuyemoko, but hope you got it.
Yeah, so I'll try and elaborate on that. So if they've come in, through whichever path that they've come in, and they have joined a local organization within their province, if that organization is part of NAUCA, and if they're facing any issues, whether it be finding a reputable lawyer to assist them in their claim or in whatever issues that they're dealing with, yes, NAUCA is able to provide you recommendations. You are absolutely free to accept the recommendations, or go ahead and access other services as well. But most Ugandans, let's say, that do come to Canada, they get in touch with different people within the community to seek information. Wow. Sometimes they might be misled, or sometimes it's out of just pure not knowing. But if you are able to reach an organization that is serving within your province, that is a member of NAUCA, we will definitely have your best interests at heart, and we will direct you in the right path. So whether you are just a newcomer to the country, you're not only facing immigration services, but maybe you're looking for housing. Maybe you're looking for a job. Maybe you don't know how to go about transcribing your previous qualifications to what is needed here in Canada. So we will have information, we'll have connections or contacts within the different provinces that can direct you, so that you're not spending a lot of time, going around and round. You will just get directly to the services that would benefit that would be a benefit to you. So we exchange information, we exchange best practices, and I may have the organization may have another organization that could possibly assist in whatever issues that you're having, and we can disseminate all the information through the various organizations to either do outreach, to either provide direct assistance. For example, I just received a query from someone in I believe it's in the eastern part of Canada, and they were looking for their relative. Their relative was here many years ago, did their schooling here, and eventually returned to Uganda, but left a child here. So they reached out to NAUCA, not knowing where they can get information. I will be able to refer them to the appropriate communication, channels to try and locate their relative. So we're not just working in one type of way, but we're basically attacking each and every issue that may come up, ranging from housing, employment, immigration, health issues, and just across the board, advocacy as well. So as a collective of associations, we would be able to use our voice to advocate for members of our communities.
Thank you. Tuli ku diaspora 256 Ibrahim Mukasa n'omukyala ayitibwa Jackie ava mu kibiina ekiyitibwa National Alliance ekitaba ebibiina ebigatta Bana Uganda mu Canada. Ekibiina kino kimanyiddwa nga NAUCA. Okay, mukyala Jackie, njagala kubuuzayo ekibuuzo ekirala. Ebimu ku bisoomooza Bannayuganda mu diaspora. Actually, Ugandans, like any other community, mu diaspora, we almost face the same challenges. Almost, no matter where we come from. Tulina challenge, waliwo ebiri personal. For example, omuntu okunoonya omulimu, ebyo biri personal. Okulya, kunywa biri personal. Ne housing at times, but waliwo ekitugatta nti person X has lost their wife or their husband or their child, and these people are not comfortable oba they are not in position okuziika wano. They would love omuntu waabona avudde mu bulamu bw'ensi abeere nga atikkibwa azibweyo ewaka aziikibwe Uganda. Ekintu kino kichallenginga almost 99% of the Ugandans in diaspora. You are amongst those few people who have been in Canada for some big time. And I know you've seen this on social media, obirabya mu WhatsApp groups, obiraba everywhere. NAUCA mugenda ku handlinga mutya ekintu ekyo, because yes tetuba tuukako directing nga NAUCA naye tulina ebibiina bye tusubscribinga to. For example nze Scarborough oba Whitby oba Ajax oba Hamilton, anywhere okitegeera, oba London, anywhere nina ekibiina kye subscribinga tu ne kijja ewammwe. Omuntu n'afiirwa omuntu ono, how are you going to handle this thing? Because kati kyekimu ku kintu ekisinga okutulumya emitwe ng'abantu abawangaalira ku byeyo oba ku kyeyo. For example, that one particular issue.
So this has, as you said, as you mentioned, this has been a challenging topic for our people here that have lived here either from, 20 years, 30 years. I've been here myself 36 years. So I've heard this topic come up, over and over again. So collectively, Ugandans are very supportive people. I've seen in the community when a member passes away, Ugandans come together. They always come together and fundraise and are able to either take the remains back home to lay them to rest, or even, the funerals that are done here. So one of the issues that NAUCA will be tackling, which is at the top of our list, is how can we help the community in this instance? There's always reluctance for our people to accept the fact that we do have to have insurance. We have to have life insurance. This is not, it's not a taboo. It shouldn't be looked at as a taboo subject to talk about. These are the realities of life. As we come into this world, we definitely will go out. So it just depends on in which way. So we have to start talking about these topics and accepting the realities that we've moved out here. We have families out here. We're going to leave our children, our parents, or our spouses. So we have to talk about what are we going to do next. So we are, as an umbrella organization, are starting to look at some of these very serious issues and try to come up with solutions. We're going to be, I would say, doing some outreach and, first of all, securing appropriate insurance companies that can provide this particular service, and try to break down the information to our association leaders so that they can disseminate back to their communities. So I would say that it's the topic of insurance, having life insurance that will take care of our end of life planning.
Okay. That is very nice. Njagala tutunuulire ensonga endala. Bana Uganda abaludde mu diaspora at one point, it's like they have lost touch with home compared to those ones who have just left home like 2 to 3 or 5 or 7 years back. For example, a person like you, if you've not been communicating with people at home frequently, at one point, losing touch with home when it comes to things that matter. For example, in getting a Ugandan passport, if someone ayagala kubeera dual citizen. 2, in getting a national ID, because this is something ekyakajja of late. National ID project mu ggwanga Uganda teweza 20 years down the road. It's, I think, 10 years down the road. So we've got Ugandans ababadde mu diaspora for over 20 years, 30 years. Abamunga, they don't even go back home. Naye nga tewali buzibu, tewali kimugaana kuddayo. But ne batuuka at a certain point nga there are some valued government documents they would love to get. Abantu bano mugenda ba connecting batya to be in touch with home virtually and to have to get those documents baberenga babifuna because it's their right.
Yes, absolutely. So that's one of the more successful events or features that we have managed to carry off as well as NAUCA, and being based here in Ottawa, where the embassy is, we're very much in communication with the embassy for various services that we would like to disseminate again to the different organizations and individuals within the provinces. So, for example, if an exercise comes up through the embassy to renew these passports, or to obtain, for people to have access to obtain their Ugandan dual nationality or citizenship, passports, any documents that's from Uganda, we get first-hand knowledge of when these exercises are going to take place, and we're able to inform the leaders and make sure that they inform their communities to reach out and come to those events. We understand the Uganda High Commission makes visits within the provinces to try and access and bring the services closer to Ugandans within the various provinces. So we push for that information to get out as well, and inform people on a global level to come out and obtain the services that you have a right to, and that you require, whether it's driver's license, registration or verification, whether it's your dual citizenship certificates or passports, or renewal of your national ID cards. We try and obtain this information and disseminate it within the provinces so that everyone can have access when they do come to your province.
Okay. Talking about people attending such seminars to get these documents or information from the embassy, the High Commission, waliwo ekintu ekibatheringa bannayuganda is nti how safe is their information, because the last exercise that took place I think last year about renewing national IDs, there was information circulating on social media nti you people oba government goes ahead ne sharing information yeno ne information ya ne sharing information yeno ne government yeno gwetuli kati saawe eno. Njagala kubuuza information yeno bwe mumala okugicapturinga ne mutujjako nti for example Ibrahim Mukasa ali mu renewing national ID, do you share this information ne government yeno etubudamizza kati?
So I wouldn't speak on behalf of the Uganda High Commission because I'm NAUCA. I'm a NAUCA board member, yeah. But I would be very surprised if that would be the issue, because living here for all the years that I've lived here, I have gone to the embassy to request assistance in terms of getting documentation, and I've not had any issues. So if even for us as NAUCA, if we're obtaining information, we're safeguarding information as you know, as much as can be safeguarded. And also we're not sharing information for, you know, personal information of any member or any person that's associating with NAUCA for any other government or even the government here. Our information sharing is strictly the services that we are providing and the issues that we are advocating for. So I can guarantee that on our side, on NAUCA's side, there is no such issue or no concern in that way. As for the embassy, I have dealt with the embassy. As a Ugandan Canadian living here in Canada, there are services that I do require. I will maybe open a bank account back in Uganda, or I will, require my national ID. So I am pretty comfortable, and I would encourage anyone who requires this information or assistance to absolutely obtain it from the mission. When they do go out to the various provinces to carry out these exercises, I myself have not heard of any information sharing concerns, but that is not to say that what you are saying, I wasn't there at that exercise, so I don't know, but I can guarantee that on our side, that is not our issue. NAUCA is non-partisan. We're not involved in any political activities. We are here simply and basically for the Ugandan Canadian that lives in Canada. And we're here to advocate for them. We're here to listen to their issues and try to provide solutions and to unify the community, the different organizations, the different people. Uganda is large. We've got various ethnicities and people, so we bring people together, unify them. We're not here to compete against each other or to share information that is damning to anyone, but simply to unify Ugandans that are living here in Canada.
Okay, talking about being non-partisan, tulina challenge of late nga bannayuganda abawangalira mu diaspora ne bannayuganda abawangalira ewaka right now ekyaddondo oba Uganda at large, nti every project that comes up unitinga oba unifyinga bannayuganda, there is that force that comes out to politicize every project. Nti ekintu ne bwe kibeera nga kikwata ku ki, omuntu ne bwafa, at one point, at a lesser extent, people politicize it. Oba afiiridde wano, oba afiiridde Kampala. Omuntu ne bw'akolola bukolozi kati, just mere coughing, people can politicize the coughing and say, okay, ako kakoloddemu, it's like this and this and the other. So, NAUCA, mweteeseteese mutya, how are you prepared to counterattack such negative energy that tends to politicize every project that comes up to support Ugandans, either home or in the diaspora?
So, obviously, Ibra, you can't stop people from talking or from assuming what they want to assume, right? But what we can do as NAUCA, board members or association members is to drive our point home and to continue doing what we do best. And that is to promote activities that promote peace, unity, and diversity as well. We're all here in these different countries for various reasons, but it does not help to take initiatives like, let's say, NAUCA and our efforts and politicize it when in fact there is nothing political about our organization. Our board member spans from every and any type of person that comes from Uganda. We're not tribal, we're not political. Everything is in the works that we do. So I would encourage you to visit our website, www.nauca.ca. Look at our board of directors, look at our vision, our mandate, our mission, and basically do some research before you come out to claim or to mudsling any organization. Everybody can try in their efforts to do what they want to do better for our communities. We see and look at various communities like the Indian community, the Chinese community. These are people who come together and work together, and they go far economically, just in every aspect that they attempt, just because of working together. Ugandans, by continuing to push for divisions and accuse one another of ill intentions, if you just come together, bring your issue to the table, maybe we can discuss it. Maybe we can dispel those myths and actually see that we all are trying to work for the same goal.
Thank you. Let's talk about funding. who funds NAUCA? Where do you get the funds that run the day-to-day activities of NAUCA?
So NAUCA only just began. We would say we've been operating legally from 2025 October, when we launched the organization. So our funding will come from sponsors that will join. Like, for example, when we get to talking about the convention, we can, look at some of the sponsorships that we're driving to obtain for the convention. But where we imagine the board of directors, that is how we incorporated this organization. It was through our own pockets. We all reached within our pockets and came up with the funding to incorporate the organization. And then we're a young organization, we're just beginning. So we will reach out for sponsorships, whether it is within the Canadian government or whether it is within our membership. So do I start from the So as for our funding, for NAUCA funding, I'll let you know that we're a young organization. We only just incorporated in 2025 October. So, the beginning of the year actually, and then launched the organization in October 2025. So you won't believe this, but our initial funding came from the board of directors. We all reached in our pockets and came up with funds to incorporate the organization. And going forward, we have a board of directors that will be applying for funding, whether it is within the Canadian government, as well as sponsors that will sponsor, let's say, the convention that will come up, some are from Uganda, who will be promoting their services at the convention, and as well as sponsors from within the provinces that we are operating out of.
Okay. Thank you. Njagala kati tutunuulire the event, the official event that is to take place from the 9th to the 11th of October this year. Tell us more about it.
Okay, so this will be our inaugural business and cultural convention. It will take place from 9th to the 11th of October. So we're targeting around the Thanksgiving long weekend as well as the Ugandan Independence weekend.
Yeah.
And the province of British Columbia, Vancouver City, will be hosting us, and we have a board member that actually a few board members that are from within that province. So we decided to start from Vancouver and work our way across Canada. So we will be in each and every province, and so that all Ugandans can have access to attending the conferences as we go. So in Vancouver, we will be at the Harbourfront Pinnacle Hotel. And they are hosting us for those 3 nights that we'll be holding our convention. And we have speakers, we have youth programming, we have various experts in their fields that will be sharing information. And we'll have an opportunity to also hear from business people that have invested in Uganda and that have become successful through that. People from the diaspora that have returned to the country to build their businesses, so that we can all share, and also there will be cultural experiences to enjoy as well. Performers from Uganda as well as from within Canada. It will be a great and awesome time for Ugandans to come together.
Okay. Omuntu nga tutunulire 2 categories of people. One, abantu abali mu Canada, those already in Canada, bayinza kuattendinga batya this convention, and those ones who are back home abali waka Uganda bayinza kuattendinga batya convention eno, physically, not virtually, of course.
Yes, so it's very simple. We've got a page on our website, www.nauca.ca, that's NAUCA. So if you go to our website, you will see where the link will send you to the convention page. And on that page, you're able to register, enter your information, you're able to pay for the registration fee. If you're registering from within Canada, it's, I believe it's $150. And if you are outside of Canada, from Uganda or anywhere else, it's $250. So complete your registration. We will be able to send you your invitation, and then you can fill out your application for a visa to attend. So you will have the invitation from us once your registration is complete, and we'll provide you all the information that you need in order to assist you to apply for your visa.
Okay, so omuntu ali e Canada agenda naye online na registeringa. Waliwo any special kind of arrangement nti abantu abagenda okuva katugambe abagenda okuva Toronto bagenda kutambulira in group oba together nti waliwo that kind of arrangement oba buli omu agenda kujja ku lulwe provided they have registered?
Yeah, as long as you're registered and you've paid your registration fee, we've got a promotional, let's say, deal with the hotel where if you're attending the conference, then your room rates are at a discounted price.
Okay.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter if you're coming in a group or if you're coming individually, then you're welcome. You're still welcome.
Okay. Muchala Jack tugenda kubanga tumuleka information yesinga agitunyonyodde but tugenda kuba tuwongeranga okumuleeta because ye head of communication owa NAUCA. So byonna bye tusinga okubanga twagala kumanya tujja kuba tumuleetanga aberenga abitunyonyola naye nga main event yakubeerawo from the 9th up to the 11th of October era ng'egenda kubeera BC Vancouver. Ogambye buli mwaka mugenda kuba mu rotatinga mu bitundu ebyenjawulo.
Yes, we will aim to bring the celebrations and the information sharing to each and every province where Ugandans are found and will be accessible. That's our aim.
Ekirala, before you go, akatalekeka, is NAUCA virtual or NAUCA has a physical address?
Yes, NAUCA does have a physical address here in Ottawa, okay. But we conduct our business online because obviously the members of the associations are across Canada. So each and every time we have meetings, we're not going to come out to Ottawa, but we will definitely just log in online on a Zoom call and be able to reach everybody.
Okay. Kale, thank you so much. Your last remarks to everyone watching us before we sign out.
Neansizanyo Ibra for your time, and I welcome everybody to reach out to your local organizations or associations that are members of NAUCA, or if you do head an organization or an association, please reach out to us and become a member. And also come and attend the conference, come and attend the convention, exchange information, meet Ugandans that are within the provinces that you live or also from all over Canada. We welcome everyone to the convention in October between the 9th and the 11th. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Tetugenda kubanga tusukawo olunaku olwaleero. Tugenda kuba tuleeta abantu ab'enjawulo okuva mu kitongole kino ekya NAUCA. Tusuubira okukyaza President Mwami Justice Mirembe, tusuubira okuleetanga omukyalo n'omukyala Jackie almost mu period mu budde bw'anaaba atuwadde nga ayinawo ko time okwogera eri abantu. Tusuubira okuleeta Mwami Luyombya Kaddo Henry, tusuubira okufuna mukyala Bettina tumuhaise era naye ajja kujjanga wano atunnyonnyolemu n'abantu abalala bangi nnyo. Ekitongole kino kitaba ebitongole ebigatta bannayuganda mu Canada era nga bagenda kuba batunuulira ensonga zaffe okubenjingira ddala okuva mu mbeera yaffe ey'obuntu okutuukira ddala mu bintu ebitusoomooza at large. So bakitandise okudduukirira oba okutunuulira obwetaavu bwa bannayuganda ku mitendera egy'enjawulo. Thank you so much, Muchala Jackie. See you next time. Bera bulungi, weraba.
Thank you, Ibra.
Diaspora Show 256 tetugenda kuba tusukawo nakku lwaleero mubeere bulungi mweraba. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Oli muna Uganda wangalira mu diaspora, America, Canada, Australia, UK oba Germany ng'okola emirimu ebiri ku esatu wabula nga tofuna kadde kawummula oba kwebaka naye nga tokyasobeddwa lwaki ssente z'olina ku akaawunti yo tezeeyongerako? Toli wekka, bangi kuffe twaveeka n'ebirooto eby'amaanyi wabula oluvannyuma ne twesanga tukolerera kusasula bills zokka. Tusuba okubeerako ne famire zaffe era nga tuwulira tetulina kye tuyinza kukola kukyusa mbeera eno wabula singa nkugamba nti waliwo enkola esinga eya franchise digital business ebaddewo okumala emyaka 5 mugumu mu nsi yonna esobola okuyamba okukolera ewantu wonna kasita obeera ne laptop oba essimu ssaako ne wifi nga okola n'omulimu gwo ate ekirungi nga teweetaaga bukugu bwonna wa tekinologiya ng'ezimbiddwa okuyamba abajja ku kyeyonga ffe okwekolera ensimbi esasula obudde bwo wamu n'ebyo by'osobwa tukutendeka ne tukuwabula ne ku buli mutendera ng'oyambibwako abantu ab'enjawulo abategeera gy'ova tetusuubiza mpewo wabula yeno sisitimu gy'osobola okutandika okuyiga leero bw'oba okoye okukola essaawa ennyingi nga teri kuwummula nga tetulina kyolaga kizivaamu nyiga mu linki eyo wansi okumanya ebisingawo okuba ku simu ya Gerard Seguya oba gwe mumanyi nga Kakalamu the Answer ku +1647 821 8189 oba kyalina omutimbagano www.g-viepena.com.
Funa amazzi amayonjo mu luzzi olulwo nga lusimiddwa mu luggya lwo owona okutawaanyizibwa. Hika Water Drilling Company ffe bakafulu mu kusima amazzi mu ttaka mu bitundu by'eggwanga byonna ku bbeeyi ensaamusaamu. Tusima n'eddamu ennene ez'okufaamu ezitereka amazzi g'okufukirira, ebidiba mu balundi ebyennyanja nga tukola n'ebya plumbing n'obukugu. Tusangibwa Busega opposite Petro City. Tukubireko ku noti 7 noti 5 22 17 47 oba noti 772 37 noti 9 38.